breaking down the deals, data, and disruption shaping global markets. You're listening to The Daily Ledger with Dennis Sert.
Hey folks, it is Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. You're listening to The Daily Ledger Show, and I am your host, Dennis Sert. Great to be here with you today. We got some good stories to talk about today. Pretty loaded show. I'm going to try and be as brief as possible. We're going to talk about Clawdbot, now called Moltbot, which has been making the rounds in the AI/tech space for a couple days now, and it's really starting to come to a head. So we're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk about Amazon laying off 16,000 employees. Google pitches Gemini to students studying for India's most competitive college entrance exam. Microsoft pledged to save water. In the AI era, it expects water use to soar. So yeah, water usage for AI. Meta campaigns to change opinions on data centers. And SpaceX weighs June IPO time to planetary alignment and Elon Musk's birthday. So we're going to talk about all that. Before we talk about that, let's jump into the markets real quick. So the Dow Jones is up 0.09%. NASDAQ is up 0.18%. S&P 500 is up 0.06%. Bitcoin is up 1.13%, up to 89,533. Before we get into today's stories, make sure to download Byte AI Market Analysis off the App Store. It's basically a financial co-pilot that tells you when you should enter and exit the stock market for all of your stocks in your portfolio based off of a few things: technical indicators like the Bollinger Bands, RSI curve, and MACD/signal curve, as well as news analysis and sentiment. Tends to update every about half hour, so I use it as a daily trading tool. And remember that past success does not guarantee future results, and Byte AI nor I are financial advisors. So make sure to go ahead and download this app, Byte AI Market Analysis, off the iOS App Store to make more informed trades throughout the day. Okay, so let's get into sort of our featured story. Everything you need to know about the viral personal AI assistant, Clawdbot, now renamed to Moltbot after getting a cease and desist letter from Anthropic about the name. In full disclosure, I actually thought before I did any of the research on it, I was like, that's kind of a ghetto way to say Claude code, but it turns out they're completely different things. So Anthropic they knew what they were doing when they forced them to rename into Moltbot, but whatever. So basically Clawdbot, Moltbot is a full scope agent that runs on your computer, and you can text it via really like any of the popular texting streams like Signal, iMessage, Discord, Telegram, like pretty much everything. And it can do anything that you can do on your computer, right? So it can open up a browser, it can generate images, it can like make a dinner reservation, it can send emails, it'll like text you about it, you can text back, and it can even text your ex-girlfriend. So how about that? It wasn't me. It was Clawdbot. All right. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. And so it's causing quite a bit of hubbub on X about it. Everyone's kind of using it. There's some people that are saying like, oh my God, like it cleared 10,000 emails from my inbox overnight. That's actually insane. It's like, well, some of these are kind of fake, but yeah, but it does run on your computer and you can control it by just texting it from your phone and stuff. So I gave it a go. It's pretty cool. And when I gave it a go, I posted about it, which I didn't throw it in the stack, but it is right here. Yeah, so I basically connected it just as part of my research to my Discord, and then I had it send like a little "Hey guys" message, right? So that's me. And then it went ahead and sent it for me. And then here's the output. So that's, I guess, kind of cool. And you can kind of imagine this is kind of a quick and dirty test, but you can do that when it's more like integrated in your system. What you can do is essentially, like I said, text it on your phone. It'll kind of just do a lot more than just like text "Hey guys" to your Discord channel. And that's what some people are doing, by the way. They're getting like these dedicated machines, like Mac Mini, for instance. They're buying a Mac Mini just to set up Clawdbot on it. Here's somebody saying, wanted to give Clawdbot a try. This is how it ended. And so I guess the guy goes, so Clawdbot says, ready, let me click get started and find the unsubscriber. And he goes, let me know when it's done, but do not unsubscribe anything without my approval. Found, and then Clawdbot goes, found 92 mailing lists. Let me click on unsubscribe for mailing list to handle them all. And he goes, no. And he turns into like a whole thing. It's like, okay, well, I don't know, whatever. So this is my thing. Another X post. There are a half a dozen YCW26 companies pivoting to Clawdbot clones as we speak. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what? I'm not hating on that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, like sometimes you gotta pivot when you're in YC. It's just the way it is. All right. Well, actually, before we move on, that was too quick. There's something else I want to say about that. Where is this gonna go? Well, clearly, basically, like before, like this kind of evolved. At first, it was like, oh, I can text a chatbot. That's cool. I can learn about history, and then it became like, oh, cursor type stuff, right? So I'm skipping over some stuff, but it became cursor where you could like, text. You could open up a little small chat interface and be like, hey, can you auto fix this? Right? Then it auto fixes it, right? Then you can accept or reject the change. Then came Claude Code type stuff where it just does PRs like OpenAI Codex. It just does PRs for you. You don't really have to mess around too much. You just kind of talk about it in the chat interface, and then it just completely manages a PR for you. And then now we're kind of at this new evolution with Clawdbot / Moltbot, which is like it completely runs everything on your computer. And that's kind of where we were going. But now it's here, right? So what does that mean? It means that we're that much closer to essentially companies only using Clawdbot type stuff, but as software engineers, right? Because then you don't have to pay them a salary or like insurance or whatever or total comp. You just pay the electricity bill, right? And I think Amazon might have a similar idea because they just laid off 16,000 employees. So in their little company note, Senior Vice President of People Experience and Technology at Amazon, Beth Galati, said in this like blog post, okay, we're essentially reducing our roles, 16,000 of them. Some of you might ask if this is the beginning of a new rhythm where we announce broad reductions every month. That's not our plan, but just as we always have, every team will continue to evaluate the ownership, speed, and capacity for to invent for customers and make adjustments as appropriate. So they're essentially saying we're reacting to the Clawdbot news. I mean, without saying it, right? Kind of, if not that specifically, like that's kind of where the market is going. That's where the tech industry is going. So yeah, we should expect to see a lot of Clawdbot for software engineering or whatever, like, or for like hardcore software engineering start showing up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Google pitches Gemini to students studying for India's most competitive college entrance exam. So this news comes along the fact that I guess OpenAI has been, or I'm sorry, Google has been doing that for SAT practice exams as well. The SAT is goated, by the way. I love like hardcore, essentially like IQ proxy tests like that. It's just the way it is. And yeah, because Mr. White, yes, science, right? So that's kind of what this is. Anyways, so they're kind of following the SAT practice test stuff and moving into the, I guess, sort of Indian equivalent, I guess the joint entrance exam, JEE. Can I just say, I want to actually tip the cap. Some of the smartest people I know transferred to MIT from IIT Bombay, Indian Institute of Technology. I mean, these guys, you wouldn't believe, they are incredibly smart. Like, it is absolutely wild. But yeah, hats off to them. I mean, good job. And they're taking like these exams. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in fact, my roommate in freshman year, he, I think, scored in like the top 0.1%, or I think in like the top 10 or top 100. It was something extremely, and like tens of thousands of people take this exam every year. So it's like he got like top 100, I think, on this exam. And I just watched the reactions of other people who are like more familiar with like percentiles and stuff on this exam, and they're like, oh my god, wow, like that is just, oh, I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, wow, okay, like this is, it's actually kind of like hella hype, hella clout when you do that. Anyways, Microsoft pledged to save water. In the AI era, it expects water use to soar. So this is kind of where we're going. Driven by the artificial intelligence frenzy, Microsoft is internally projecting that water use at its data centers will more than double by 2030 from 2020, including in places that face shortages. So this is where things are going. And in the article, it kind of talks about this existing sort of water crisis in Indonesia. They also have like a data center there that uses a lot of 1 billion liters. Is their estimate in 2030. So yeah, lots of water usage. I think they were talking about like let's see here. A lack of reporting requirements further complicates any assessment of the AI industry's true environmental impact. Well, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I've referenced this like 3 times already, but it's like, haven't they gotten the memo? I mean, Bill Gates already disavowed green energy. Bill Gates is one of the boys now, you know what I'm saying? Water is essential to life. Really? I didn't know that, bro. Thanks for telling me. Meta campaigns to change opinions on data centers. The tech giant has spent more than $6 million on TV ads in state capitals in Washington with the message that data centers create jobs. So they're trying to sway public opinion on data centers, and more data centers, bro. We want more of them. You know what I'm saying? We want more AI. So yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. Of course, we have the Bernie Sanders type people who are kind of against data centers. They want moratoriums. This guy was really funny in the chat because, like, what is he even saying? Like, do boomers even understand like who they even are? More water for AI, more jobs in the service of collecting the data for AI and expanding opportunities for sellers of that data. Artificial new space made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally, especially as a copy of something natural. Two, like, where was one? But okay. Two, of a behavior of that or of a person or their behavior, insincere or effect. Okay, so I guess the point is like he put a dictionary definition or something of the artificial, and it's like what are you trying to say here, bro? Can you just like be coherent? Like, and all boomers are like this. It's like, wow, okay, more water for AI, more shady data collection, and then here's the dictionary definition of artificial with definition 1 and definition 2. It's like, oh wow, oh, he's being real mysterious, guys. He's a big guy, that's why. Wow, let's all listen to Rick Sachs. SpaceX weighs June IPO time to planetary alignment and Elon Musk's birthday. So apparently Elon Musk's birthday is on June 28th. And I guess he's trying to IPO then. Of course, we know Musk likes to do his fun IPO dates like the 420 stuff in 2018. That was, I've been with Elon since like forever, since like 2012, since the Model S. No one really knew about Elon then. And then suddenly all the liberals got into the mix in like 2022 when he bought X. He's like, oh my God, I hate Elon Musk. And I'm like, boy, like, bitch, I've been in the game since 2012. I was an Elon Musk fan when I was 11 years old. I read Walter Isaacson's book on him. I'm involved in the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, and then these people, just these NPCs, bro, just get like the newest update and they're like, beep, boop, bop. Elon Musk is bad. It's like, okay, you fucking idiot. Anyways, did you know that Elon Musk is a Cancer in astrology? So, you know what? If you're a Capricorn woman, you might have a chance with Mr. Musk. You know, you could be his 13th baby mama. So, what are you gonna do about that? Okay, guys, I think we're gonna leave it there. Make sure to download Byte AI off the iOS App Store. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day trading. Hope you maximize your profit, minimize any losses, if any. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.